Well, hello, fans of scale model building, and how is everybody doing today? Alrighty, so this, you remember the design of my background. It's too bad that after all the time I spent you know, basically building these backgrounds myself, that I had to cover it all up, but you know, stuff happens. So it's gotta resemble something more adultish in these new videos, I suppose. Alright, but this is the first time using the background for an R2D2 build. So, I do have issue 37, even though this is December 8th right now that this is getting recorded. I don't know exactly when you guys will actually be watching this, whether it will be in 2020 or not, because at this point in time I'm recording these four, and I think I still have 3 or 4 from the previous month that I hadn't uploaded by the time I'm making this. So we will get to issue 37, but this is the free gift that came with month 10 here. And as you can see, the official Star Wars fact file. And it is clearly Darth Vader. So you see some nice movie images and whatnot there. Alright, so this is not a figure, and it is definitely not a toy. And oh yeah, it says it right here on the top of the box. Recommended age 14 plus. Warning, collectible figurine not designed or intended for play by children, not to be disposed of in household rubbish. I did already get this guy up out of the box. This collector figure here is made of metal. Where's that tape that I don't know what kind of metal it's made out of, or if it's, because I mean, it's cold. I mean, it could be a resin, but when it had come in the mail, this thing was like freezing cold, like metal. I mean, if it is metal, then it's a very lightweight metal. And if you notice, certain parts of this Darth Vader are painted. The only thing they missed was some of the paint on the lightsaber that he's holding. So we have the blade here that we can actually put into the hilt. Nice bright yellow. Not yellow, I mean red. This is painted, so I don't know what this is made out of, but that just slides right down in there, and there you go. You got Mr. Darth Vader that will be going onto my Star Wars shelf. Right now that's going right up behind me. And we'll get this up out of the way. Alright, so I don't know if these are gifts that are specifically just for us here in the US, But, yeah. Okay, so... Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and we have issue 37 here covering up the stuff that, you know, would not make me want to have anybody notice. Would be something for kids right there, because there is an animated character underneath my hand. Alright, so building R2D2, assembling the lightsaber ejector. Okay. Okay. So, there we go. And we do have this from the previous issue. And then here we got the parts right here and the wiring. So we're just going to go ahead and open this sucker right up. You don't need that because everything comes right in this clamshell. We'll get the clamshell opened up. Yep, there we go. And just making sure there's nothing stuck to the top of that. Alright. Lightsaber ejector mechanism. The parts provided are used to make the system that raises and lowers Luke's lightsaber in its housing inside R2D2's head. It's based on an electric motor geared to a long rack with a pair of limit switches to control where the lightsaber stops and starts. Sorry about that. It's probably much like what they used in the actual R2D2, the set R2D2 during Return of the Jedi. You know, obviously before it got propelled out of there. Okay, assembling the ejector. The ejector mechanism uses all the parts provided, this time plus 3 of the 2.3 times 6 millimeter self-tapping screws from stage 35. Alright, so step 1, take the rack DF82 and the base plate DF86 and align them like this. Okay, so we're looking for DF82. No, that's 84. That's DF81. I'm guessing that's it. Don't see a number on it, so it's got to be that. Even though you can probably tell that that piece is white, and DF86 is this bottom cover. Okay, so step 1 is aligning them like that. I'm guessing, hold on, I gotta check to see if it's showing the part number up or down, because right now I have it in there down. Okay, so we'll go by the part, by the picture, with it facing up in here like this. Alright, and that was step 2. Step 3 is secure the parts with one of the self-tapping screws. Alright. Okay, and there we got that. And okay, so yeah, this does go from the top here. Okay, that's in. Alright, step 4 is take the drive motor and undo the lead. Okay, well, yeah, I could have probably skipped that part, but alright, step 7 this says remove any kinks, but this doesn't seem to be the kind that really have any kinks in it. So, skipping the page. Alright. Step 6, feed the motor cable through the large hole in DF81 from this side. Okay, that was 84, so 81. Okay. Alright, so we put wiring through like that. And okay. So then step 7 was fit the motor into the hole. It only fits one way around, which we got that. And step 8, and I love it when they put this in here, press the motor all the way home. Oh, that just gets me. Okay, step 9 is apparently we have a gear here that we put down onto the motor. And there seems to be a... I don't know, I can't tell if it's slightly raised on one side more than the other. But fit the cross-shaped socket in the drive gear onto the motor shaft. Okay, so I guess it doesn't really matter then. So just like that. And the gear should fit all the way into the circular recess in DF81. Which it did, and it's flush with the raised part of the motor. Okay, step 11 is to take this piece of wiring and just undo that. And 2 switches right there. Okay. And 12 is one switch has a yellow lead and the other has a black lead. Okay. So we do have that. Alright. And let's line up the switch with the black lead in DF81 like this. Okay, so got a little post, we got a little hole right there, and then we got that post for that hole, and that just goes like that. Okay, and that's exactly what step 14 ended up saying. And then step 15 is align the other switch like this. Okay. Alright, so there we got that. Press the hole in the switch onto the pin on DF81 as shown. Yeah, I got that. Alright, now 17 is align the rack with like this. Okay, so we put the rack in like this. So I'm guessing that means that's up. Oh, okay. Alright, so this goes actually in between. Okay. Alright, cool. Okay, so that just goes in like that, making sure it's between the 2 different screw posts right there. Alright, step 19 is fit DF84 over DF81, making sure you do not dislodge any of the parts you just fitted. Okay. Alright, so then we put this over the top like that. And 21 is just, actually 20 is we just start using the screws to screw this into place. Oh, that's right, that's not magnetized. Which I will have in my box of tricks right here. So, 1, 2, 3, I don't know how many I'm going to need. But let's just take out 4 for now. Alright, we'll put the first one right up there. Okay, and then 22, yes, we're skipping the 22, is fit 2 more screws onto into the other 2 holes on the same side. Okay, so we just make sure we put 2 screws up in the top here. Alright. Alright, there we go. Okay. So turn the page. Okay, so that was the ending of that bit, and then we get to installing the injector. The finished ejector mechanism fits inside the lightsaber storage tube you completed in stage 35, which is why I have this right here already and raring to go. Alright. Step 1, take the completed lightsaber storage tube and the ejector mechanism and line them like this. This. Oh. Okay. Alright, I see. I see. Okay. And that's supposed to go up, down, in there. Up, down. Alright, well, I can get that part in there. And then this is obviously supposed to go down in here. Okay. Like that. Okay. Alright, so there we go. And it pretty much covers up to step 3. Alright, step 4. Fit one of the 18mm screws provided with stage 35 into the lower mounting. Okay, now I just gotta find one of those really long screws. And... yeah. Okay. Alright, so got them right here. Let me move that up out of the way there. Let's see here. Got 2 different size screws. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna take this screw right here, and we are going to line it up with that hole like that and make sure it goes in, and then we'll screw it down. Okay, there we go. Alright, and step 5 is just tighten the screw that we just did into place. Alright, step 6 is screw one of the 12mm screws provided into the other mounting spot. Okay, so that's going to be one of these smaller ones right here, and we're going to take care of that. Alright, there we go. Alright, that's down nice and tight. Alright, step 7 here is the assembly should look like this. Alright, which we've got that. Okay, step 8. Take the tube cap DF80 from CH35 and align it with the end of the tube. Okay, and there we got that. Alright, so it's going to go on the bottom, just like this. And then we're going to fit 2 of the 6mm screws in there. So that means I got to get one more out. Okay. I got that one started, and now I can grab the other screw so I can get this one started. Alright. And then as they like putting in here, just making sure they go home. Or I should say all the way home. So there we go. Okay, bottom of the cap is on. Okay. Alright, and that brought us all the way up to the end of the build. So, there we go. I guess we don't do any testing on the motor, but I don't mind testing the motor. Now, where do I have the battery pack again for this? So it's right here. Okay. Let's hope that this works on, and it doesn't. The plug-in is too big for that. And so obviously we would need a different tester chip in order to do that. So just wanted to point that out right there. Alright, let's put those screws up in there. Okay, so that is all we have for this week. Didn't take too long. And can't wait to actually test that sucker out. So, alright. And next week's is more leg parts and some screw covers there. Alright, I know people are still getting used to this new way of doing this, or me doing this, without the nice background. But all I have to do is until the next R2D2 build, or until the next, build your own X-Wing, or until the next build your own Back to the Future DeLorean mod. Thanks for watching Brian's Builds.